You know what I resubscribed to a few weeks ago? Blue Apron. If I'm lying, I'm dying. You've all been so great at supporting Cooking with Greggy, but I'm no master chef. I don't know how to cook a lot of stuff. That's why I love Blue Apron. Jen and I get easy meals we can whip up on a whim, and I get to learn how to make couscous or fish or something else I've never heard of. You sign up, pick your menu, and they deliver pre-portioned ingredients with step-by-step instructions. You just follow along, make the meal, learn something, have a good time. They've even included this handy little flow chart the last time I did it. It teaches me how to make sauce from the fond. It's got wines on there. It's like a flow chart. Like I said that. It's cool. I'm going to laminate it. Again, this isn't something they wrote for me. I'm literally telling you things that are happening on my couch. If you know a good laminator, hit me up. Check out this week's menu and get $30 off your first meal with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/Greggy. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/Greggy. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. I used it at home. Seriously, in the comments below, tell me where to get something laminated.
Last topic.
Check it out.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. And at least this actually is the topic that I asked you to read 5 times mistakenly. Yeah. So if you could go into this and cue it up for us, that would be great.
We can cut out and edit the last time you said
won't do that. We will not do that. We are not professional enough to have done that. We don't
Margot Robbie recently revealed that in auditioning for The Wolf of Wall Street for the character of insanely hot woman, wife of Leonardo DiCaprio, she was a little concerned. She felt a little self-conscious that she was not hot enough to be portraying this role. Have you guys ever felt not hot enough?
Every day of my life.
Every day
of my life. The thing about Margot
I don't
Robbie,
understand
though,
how she can.
that blows my mind is, like, I know this sounds like I'm just a dude talking about how hot a woman is, but Margot Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street, that to me is like, it was such an, like, she oozed a sexuality that I've never seen captured on film before.
She's a great actress, too.
And it was just mind-blowing where I'm like, in that moment, she was the hottest person to ever exist. And that moment lasted for 3 hours.
I wonder if that moment is going to be like how people that are like 40, 50 years old when they were kids and they had that moment of like the really hot woman on screen.
Yeah. Julie Christie and Dr. Zhivago.
Nobody.
I was thinking
might have been before our time a little bit.
But wasn't there a moment where I had
plenty of moments. I had plenty of moments where it was like my coming of age when I realized someone, like I was attracted to someone on the screen. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, like the Cruel movie where the guy's like looking at the girl through the restroom. Fast Times.
Porky's.
Is it Fast Times?
Are you talking about when they looked at the girls that were naked through the peephole?
No, that's sexual assault. Whoa! No, well, he was looking at a girl through the window, and like somebody walks in on him doing that.
You got to give me more than that. That was every '80s movie.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That happened so much. I think
Peppercorn.
I think of
he was like dressed up in a suit.
Fuck. Jesus Christ! What the fuck are you talking about? I think of Porky's. I think of Porky's when I think of that. When it was like the first time I ever saw a woman naked on screen was at my next door neighbor's house. We were watching Porky's, and it was the scene where they were looking through into the girls' showers, and then the guy puts his tongue through. Like one of the guys puts his penis through, and all the girls go ew, and then the guy puts his tongue through, and they put soap on it. It was that really shitty, not even. It was like a Porsche soap. It was not even liquid. It was just like granular, and I just remember thinking, oh, that's disgusting, but worth it.
Oh, it was Fast Times. It was Fast Times.
Titanic was the first time I ever saw boobs that weren't my mom's.
Oh, you're talking about the famous scene in Fast Times when she was in the pool.
The girl, yeah, the pool scene.
Yes, Phoebe Cates, Phoebe Cates was one of those human beings that I looked at and I was like, yes, I am aware that I have a penis now. Thank you for that, Phoebe Cates. Oh, she was so hot in that scene.
But yes, like Margot Robbie, though, going back to that, like her not thinking she is qualified for that role.
Wendy from
it's like
the Wonder Years.
Who would be?
Right.
You know?
If not you, then who?
Like, because that was just insane and unreal. But yeah, for me, there's been so many times, so many moments where I'm just like, man, this goes back to our topic a couple weeks ago about, we did a topic, Elyse. This might sound like a joke, but we did a topic, do you think that you're cool? And we went on the table.
Cool Tim had to ask
definitively, I was the only one at the table that
Elyse,
said I'm not cool. Everyone else said that they're cool.
You said you're cool?
I said I have cool moments. I do cool shit.
Were you there?
I wasn't on the show.
Oh,
Andy's definitely.
I was gonna say.
Whoa, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, I don't like this line of questioning, Elyse. I'll be honest with you.
I'm sorry.
But it's what a cool thing for Cool Tim to say that he's not cool. You know what I mean?
That's what makes him cooler.
He's so fucking
I'm
cool.
not cool.
He has like 15 different bomber jackets, where 14 would be not cool, but 15 is actually cool. It brings it into the cool area.
Put it. Other way to put it would be bomber jackets are out. They've been out for a couple years. I'm just not going to give up on it because I like it.
You're not. You like them. Those other jackets.
But yeah, no, it's like there's so many things that, going back to the cool topic, where I was just like, I wish if I looked hotter, I'd be more confident to do cool
Be more
things.
successful.
Oh,
And I'd be super down for that
I
stuff.
think about that all the time.
But when I'm not,
about it too.
I'm just not. And like a moment that I had, and there's a moment that I was telling you about, and you as well, was during the Let's Play reunion this weekend, where it's like Tim Gettys a couple years ago being like, well, you're about to be in front of around a lot of cool people. There's a pool. You're going to have to take your shirt off. Like, I would have been horrified. But now I hit that point of like, I'm so fat that I'm like, there's not even hope. So it's like, it's not even like you're
First
in
off,
that.
you're not fat.
But you're not in that level. I'm not in that level where I'm like, oh man, he's a little overweight.
Right.
You know? Because then there's a lot of shame there.
Yeah.
I hit that point that I'm like, it's all shame. So just roll with it.
Tim, you're
and it makes you
not
feel so much better.
This is all in your head.
But I mean, I'm not saying I'm confident. I'm saying this in a good way.
Oh, like this weekend, I just didn't want to take my shirt off.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
I definitely was like, I didn't want to take my shirt off the first day. And then Barb showed up the second day, and I was like, well, I am definitely not taking my shirt off now. Like, that's not happening. But then I just got to a point where I'm like, why not? Who cares? Nobody fucking cares.
I
So I did
like,
it.
yeah, I went in the
like
pool
balling.
in my swimsuit and whatever, because I'm like, I'm a over 30 woman. It's, in internet years, I'm 47.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Internet years
but
adds a good 17 years.
I've kind of gotten to a place in my life where I'm like, I just can't be bothered to be completely like influenced by all this. And I also like
An influenced influencer.
influencer. And I also like made a decision at a young age that I was like, oh man, I really need to try to be funny because I can't wait. I can't rely
Can't tread
on
on
some
these
other
looks
things.
forever.
I can't rely on some other things. So I'm really gonna try to hone this. But yeah, well, you can't always stop yourself having fun because you feel insecure.
Yeah.
I was
And
wearing a shirt for like 80% of the pool party.
Then
You
regret
eventually
it.
took it off. And we had a great candid conversation about it. I'm not going to go into detail on it, but we had a candid conversation about how both of us were like self-conscious about our bodies.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I had the same thing too. My wife has helped me out a lot with this because she loves sitting by pools. And I don't mean that and like she's helped me out in a positive way. I mean, she loves sitting by pools. So at a certain point, I'm like, I just got to take my fucking shirt off because I can't be that guy that always moves the umbrella over and then like sits underneath the umbrella. It gets fucking hot. So I'm like,
Yeah.
eventually I'm just going to take, and my wife's like, what do you look perfectly fine.
You're
It's
married, you
most
got
of it's
nobody
in your
to
head.
impress.
Yeah. I've already have someone that I might be able to have sex with later. No one else gives a shit about it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of what it boils down
Gotta
to
live
me
your
is
best
like,
life, Nick.
well, the thing is, for like everyone wants to feel attractive, right? Everyone wants to feel it, and you don't want to put yourself in a situation that might be ego destroying.
You know the best way to put yourself in a situation that's not ego destroying? To having to take your shirt off in a pool when you're not confident in front of a bunch of people you think are cool and the internet watching.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
I
and
was
that,
thinking like there's 10,000 people watching
yeah.
us right now.
Yeah.
oh yeah, but I
This is
think at the same
horrifying.
time that was a good testament to me, right? Where I was like, I looked at everyone in the pool and I'm like, everyone's having fun.
None
I
of those
want to
people
get
are
into
cool,
the fucking pool.
except for Tim.
But I mean, that's the thing. Once Cool Tim's at the party, you
Yeah.
can't be as nearly as cool. So it's kind of a relief.
It's like,
Actually.
like nobody's going to top that bar. Might as
No.
well just go for
No.
it.
I mean, hey.
But yeah,
Sorry, I
you
dropped
mentioning
that.
like the whole internet years thing or whatever, like that makes total sense because like Sugar Pie and Seven's there, and they're all these super successful dudes and girl that are like 23 years old.
They're
And it's
studs.
It's like, what's the point? What's the point of it? Like, who cares? Like,
I mean, that's a perfect example.
I don't
right?
have my metabolism
There's always
anymore.
going to be someone that has something you don't, right? There's always going to be someone who's younger or taller or better looking or has better hair. And you can lament on that and be like, I'm a fucking troll, which sometimes I think of myself. I'm like, I fucking hate myself right now. Or you can just be like, right now I literally am the best I can be. I got to be happy with this and I got to
You are
go
your
into that
best
pool.
you.
I want to get in that pool.
Probably,
Because
yeah.
lots of shenanigans are happening in that pool.
Probably from like the age of like 14 through 20, I like never wore shorts or skirts. Always wore pants because I was super self-conscious of how skinny my legs were. And then at a certain point, I was like, I'm in the height of summer, I'm sweltering because I'm too self-conscious of this. I'm like, I just need to stop. And then looking back, I'm like, man, I was an idiot. Like, why did I just let that get to me? Like,
Yeah. I mean, this is another thing I've told in the podcast a bazillion times, but like, I grew up in San Francisco and all of my friend group was Asian, every single person. And I felt so self-conscious that I didn't have black hair. I felt so self-conscious that I had hair on my body and they didn't.
You're a hairy man.
And it was just like, it was going to pools and stuff was even that much more stressful because it's like I had chest hair.
Oh,
and
see.
it's just like,
You were different.
I was different.
But that
And
made you cool.
See, I was super fat.
sure.
I was super fat when I was a kid, so I have a lot of like stretch marks left over from that. And that was what I was always very self-conscious about, was that people didn't understand that back in the day. Now you look and like I'd be like, everyone has a blemish here or there, but when you're a kid and everyone's growing up and they're normal and you like, I had people make fun of me for it back in the day. Like, and not knowingly, like, no, they didn't know how deeply that went in my psyche, but they were like, oh, well, look at this guy. It looks like he was pregnant and he had a kid. And I'm like, well, that's just going to destroy me for the next
You're
3
like,
years.
that's from war.
No, it was war with the Twinkie and I fucking lost. But so that was
we
always.
have Kevin around us, we'll always have someone to.
Well, I mean, not anymore.
Kevin looks great though.
No. Sorry, you're taking that completely wrong.
Like what?
I'm saying, like, I am never.
We can
safe.
make. You're saying it's okay to make fun of Kevin?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm
That's
saying
fine.
that I will never be safe because that kid that made fun of you grew up with me.
Oh, it's
and
Kevin.
has not grown up.
Yeah.
And it's just like I can't do anything.
But he's
without
getting
him
married on
saying the
Saturday.
worst possible thing to me.
Yeah, Kevin, that's the double-edged sword with hanging out
Pros
with
and
Kevin.
cons.
Is that he's been with you so much, he knows all of your strengths and all of your weaknesses. It's
true.
And if he wants to, he can
Here's
push
now,
your
he's gonna
button.
bully us.
He can push that button. You know when you get this close, bad things happen, right?
That's what James said.
No. Why did your breath? Why
I'm
did your
so
breath smell like
horrified
tuna?
for Paula, dude.
Yeah, you smell like tuna.
Oh, I just ate tuna.
Oh, that makes
God.
sense. That makes sense.
Get right up in his face.
It was a hot tuna. No, but I mean, like, imagine. I remember distinctly. I had one of my my buddy's sister who I was like kind of had a crush on because she was so hot, and like, you know, she was like a senior when we were freshmen, so she was an adult. She was like an adult, right? And I just remember after a beach outing, and no one had said anything, but she just made fun of me. She said one crack about because we were like joking around with each other. She said one crack in it,
Tore into
fucking destroyed me. I mean, I bounced back originally because I'm a fucking G, but I mean, eventually. But I was like, wow, I like to have all of your fears about yourself, vocalized and validated.
Yeah,
I
by
was just
somebody
like,
that
person
you're-
that you're pining after.
yeah, but I mean, again, it wasn't like I had a huge crush on her. It was just like I found her unbelievably, because she was so hot. She's still hot. She's unbelievably attractive. But to have her be like, yeah, I see you for how you see yourself, I was just like, wow, that's a blow to my confidence. But I mean, that's, again, it's like
That's love, man.
Well,
Wait,
it
what?
wasn't love so much. Wasn't love so much. But that was that was difficult. But I had lots of those moments growing up.
Yeah,
Especially
I
because
think-
I don't think I didn't lose any weight until I was like 25. So I had all of my youth, like all of my formative years as a teenager and early 20s being like overweight and just feeling like that about
Back
myself.
then they didn't want you. Now you're hot. They all up on you.
Yeah.
Mike
what's
Jones.
that Kanye?
He does this
That was
living his
Mike
best
Jones.
life.
There it is. Living the best life.
Do you guys have any? I have a message that I would give to young people if they are watching and feeling this way. I don't know if any of you have a message.
Yeah.
My message would be, don't let the insecurities you have about yourself stop you from having a good time and living your life, because you'll regret it
will.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak specifically to a lot of different things, but I can say, like, if you're self-conscious about your body, you just have to get to a point where you go, fuck it. You know, and I don't know how you get to that point. To everyone, it's
Yeah.
different, but just know that somewhere along the way, everyone has something about themselves they don't like necessarily. And I've learned enough about a lot of my friends to understand that. Like, you know, I'm not going to specifically like betray people's confidences, but you'd be surprised at how self-conscious people are about different things. And so just know that, and also just know that, like, the shit that you're being bombarded with every day, this perfect body, the fucking cover of Men's Health magazine, the movies and all this shit where people have makeup, that's not reality.
Oh, there's like
You know?
there's that one Instagram star that she shows the behind the scenes shit that goes into her.
Yeah.
Have you seen her?
She's
She's fantastic.
I think I'm familiar with that, yeah.
She's like, oh, this photo shoot. She's like, I didn't eat yesterday before I did that. She's like, oh, this one, there was a whole crew lighting me.
Yeah.
For this. It was just me lying in a. Like, she went there and she did it, and I was like, good for you. Like,
I think I just see the internet tearing people down so many times, and people that I like that I now know personally, and I see them get criticized and stuff like that.
Yeah, but back that up, right? Why do people do that, right? And
I mean,
and
it's just internet idiots, really.
Well, no, but it's not, right? Because I would say that a lot of the reason why people do that is because they are insecure about shit, and it's easier to lash out at someone else than deal with your own insecurities. And that I believe is where 99% of the assholes on the internet come from, is they're not happy with something that's going on with them, and it's easier to tear down someone else than it is to affect real change in your life. And that's how it happens. Sorry, I interrupted.
I think
you.
it's that,
Continue with
or
point.
hey, I want this funny, snarky tweet that I just made to get 1 million likes on it, or whatever.
Sure, but where does
I
that
think
come
that's
from,
part of
right?
it.
Like that's the thing
I
too.
think
is
it's our
like-
perception with ourselves, really. Like it's self-validation sort
Sure,
of thing.
fair.
Yeah, that's going on. Like what you mentioned, like we're going to be on camera in front of a lot of people on this live stream. That definitely hit me, and I was like, oh man, like. Everybody here is so tall, like, and I've always been like the short, tiny kid with the big ears.
That'll
you
go
know,
away
like,
eventually. Just hang out with Tim and
I have
Greg.
big ears.
I've never. seen
Whenever-
that.
Everyone has such weird shit.
What?
Yesterday, Greg Miller was like, "Yeah, I got fucked up teeth," and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
What?
Greg's big
Big
thing is
ears.
his teeth.
What?
Greg's thing.
have big
Greg
ears.
at IGN, he used to. I mean, he had a big hang up about it, and I was like, I've never noticed that
Always
before
had big
about you.
ears.
But he
It's
would
so
he would
weird.
think about it all the time. He would obsess about it, and I was like, that is a weird. And you know what it comes from is because someone at some level, when he was in a sensitive place, probably made fun of his teeth in a comment section, and he took it to heart. And that kind of got ingrained into his psyche.
Oh, like
you know?
the-
It's like
And he's had since
that's
had
part of his
Invisalign
thing,
and
though.
stuff.
it's like Tim's dick's too big.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
it like affects him.
I
That
get those
is a
comments
problem
all the time.
You can see it in his chair.
He's
we
always-
call it Little Cool Tim.
Little cool Tim. I like
IGN,
it.
IGN was like, you can't wear skinny jeans anymore, dude. Like
No.
it's
Like he
showing.
said, I
It's
quit.
graphic.
I'm done. I'm out.
It's graphic, and that's the true story of why we left IGN. Because
Nah,
all of
everyone
our
was like-
dicks are too
For the last
big.
couple months, everyone's like, "What's the real story?"
We're like,
It was the dick.
well, it's that big dick.
The advice I would give, and this is just some real shit, and again, just speaking from me, is it's like, it never gets easier. Like, it's not like I hit up, like, I would consider myself a confident person, but it's like, again, even this weekend, it's like, I didn't feel good. I wasn't like, I'm confident I can do this. It was like, I still had to like push myself.
Let me drink these 5 beers so maybe
Well,
I can feel
whatever.
it.
let me numb it a little bit.
No, it's not even about that. It's more just like I don't think it ever gets better.
No,
Like, that
because at a
feeling that
certain
you have,
point-
you're still gonna have forever.
Yeah.
You just learn other feelings, and like I feel that you need to be able to master understanding the value of the other feelings over those.
Yeah, I
and
would
taking
say-
power
So cool.
over it.
I would
So
say
cool.
it's such a cool thing to
hate
say.
you so much.
I would say that it gets better from a psychological standpoint. The more you invest in yourself and the more you believe in yourself and do things that make you happy, right? Because oftentimes I look at my early 20s and my late teens, and I didn't really do much to better myself, and that's where a lot of my self-confidence issues came from. It wasn't until I like started learning tools like how to work with a camera, how to do After Effects, Premiere, like not Premiere, Final Cut back then. I started investing in myself that I
Leveling
started
up.
getting a little bit more confident about going like, yeah, I might not be the tallest guy in the party. I might not have Tim's big fat dick, but but I have these tools that I can start to build off of and build some momentum in my life. And then when I hit around, like, when I hit 28, 30, I met a woman and I was like, oh, I have something to offer you. Like I'm a confident person because I've invested in myself. If that makes sense. But you're right on one level that when you like life gives you all these things and then you hit 30 and then it starts slowly taking those things away. Physically,
Well,
physically,
things are
right?
just different. But my thing is, I feel like
you just
what's
start-
bad in your life
gravity
is
starts
always,
taking its effects.
It's just going to keep changing, and you're always going to have something you're hung up about. And I
Sure.
know that
It's always gonna be
for
bad
me,
things happening to you.
Because I remember when I was like what I just said about like not having the right color hair, having too much hair, stupid shit that I look at now and I'm like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. But then there's other things like when I was in high school, I had a lot of acne on my face,
Mm-hmm.
and I distinctly remember thinking like,
I still deal with it.
I would do
Me too,
fucking
yeah.
anything to not have this. Like if a genie came,
That would be the thing.
number 3 would be don't fuck with
Yeah.
me. But number 1 would have been like,
Get rid of this
just
acne.
please just give me clear skin. Like
Yeah.
I would fucking do anything. And I look at that now, and like my skin is totally fine, and
Yeah,
I
great
can't
skin.
believe it because it's like looking back, I'm like, whoa. But it's like now there's total. If a genie came and I could not exercise and get thin, I would fucking do it. But it's like in 30 years when I look back, there's gonna be some other shit that I would say. So it's
Sure.
like we just gotta kind of just keep pushing.
Yeah, there's
like I'll
always
never
ways.
forget going to Winter Ball in 2006, and Alfredo's mom picked us up in her Odyssey, Toyota Odyssey.
Yeah,
it was,
boy.
Nice.
It was amazing.
Tell you that.
And,
Honda Odyssey.
Honda Odyssey.
Yeah.
And she looked
Get
at
it
me
right, man.
and she was just
Toyota
like,
Sienna.
like, oh my God, you guys are so handsome. You're so cute. Like, Tim, you look so good. Like, even with the acne. And I was just like, it broke me. It fucking broke me. And she was trying to be nice. Like,
Yeah.
but I was just like, why did you didn't need to give that
Yeah,
asterisk.
you could have just said look good.
She was like, Alfredo is the
It
handsomest.
fucking it broke me. It broke me, man.
I've been there.
Man, yeah.
I've been there. Well,
Fuck her, dude.
Yeah, let's
I love Alfredo's.
Oh,
let's
okay. Big fan.
let's give the audience her address right now. Right now, I'm joking around. I'm kidding
Yeah.
about that. This has been a really good podcast, ladies
love
and
it.
This is
gentlemen.
funny. It was
We had a good
delight
game
talking
over
to
Greg.
you.
You
Yeah.
should delight yourself.
Let's check in with Greg.
Yeah, Greg never came back. I hope
Willems
whatever
there, though.
the issue was.
That's all we need.
I hope whatever the issue was got resolved. Kevin apparently decided that it was so
yeah.
intense that he had to go eat a tuna sandwich. So
He
I assume that whatever it is has now
we're
gone
good,
by the
we're
wayside. Tim, Andy, Elyse, thank you guys.
Thank you for having
allowing
me.
me
This
to
was
host
delightful.
Thank you for coming.
You
You
are
flew all
welcome
the way
here.
from Los Angeles.
All of you are welcome at Funhouse anytime.
today. I'm going to start taking you up on that. I come down
Yeah.
to LA once
Good,
every
man.
month
That
or
sounds
so.
great.
Please.
So I'm going to start
Everyone
doing
except
that.
Andy.
Now.
That sounds
And he's
great.
not allowed at Funhouse. We can't
Andy,
make-
I said it
no.
before and I'll say it again. You're an amazing human being. You're a great addition to this team. But if you fucking leave us for Funhouse, I will smack
would
you in the
never.
nose, my friend.
I told people on the Facebook group, there was some people who were legitimately like, is Andy really? And I was like, I would never leave unless they like offered me and like, like offered me a job. Like, but I would never leave like unless it was like a good opportunity, But
Any
you're
of you
good.
guys, you guys are all
guys are good.
gems. Any of you guys.
Well,
Or-
maybe one day they'll learn about your drug addiction. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Let us know what you thought about all of our comments in the all of our topics in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. If you got a friend named Ryan, we all have a friend named Ryan. But like, hey, Nick was talking about you on the podcast, Ryan. You should totally fucking share this with him.
That's true.
And get him to subscribe to this channel.
But he
'cause we
talked
fucking
about
love
you at the very, very end. So watch all of it.
You gotta watch all
with
of them.
ad
And
block off.
you gotta like.
Don't give them the time code. That's cheap.
Yeah.
No. Don't fucking do
Thank
that.
you.
Everyone
Fuck
on
time
Reddit.
code.
And for everyone watching live on Patreon, stay tuned. We're about to do Gamescast with Elyse.
It's gonna be
Because
great.
we're crazy.
Yeah.
Until then, we will see you guys when we see you guys.
See you on the flip.
Well said.
See
on the
you
flip side.
on the
Thanks for having
sea,
me.
on the high seas.
right.
Thanks for watching the Game Over Greggy show, everybody. Click here to subscribe to the channel. Click here to check out our Patreon. Click here for a playlist of previous episodes. And click down here for whatever cool Greg wants to put there. I hope it's cool. I know it will be.